Oh, well, I might as well jump on the bandwagon since everyone's uploading their thoughts on the new Ace Frehley solo album, 10,000 Volts. The album is huge. I just drove past a billboard for 10,000 Volts earlier today. There was a line out the door at Walmart, tons of people in Ace Frehley makeup, eagerly awaiting the new CD release. I mean, people, this is like Tickle Me Elmo or the Phantom Menace. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, as for the album itself, I'm not crazy about it. There's some good riffs and solos throughout, but overall, most of it has kind of a just middle of the road rock feel. I mean, I figured diehard Ace freaks will probably dig it, and that's cool. I'm happy the dude's out there making tunes, doing his thing. But yeah, a lot of older artists have this thing when they put out new records, like somewhat old school songwriting, but there's these hints of modernization that don't really jive. Am I crazy, or is every chorus on this record just kind of like a symphony of Aces? All it's some sort of weird effect on his voice. You hear it on the newer Ozzy records too. It sounds like there's 1,000 Aces singing, and when you hear his real voice, it sounds like he's had 10,000 Valiums. So I do love Ace's slurred singing style back in the 70s on, hard times and stuff like that. But now the dude's in his 70s, and his voice really just takes me out of the zone, man. I mean, now don't get me wrong. If he was playing like 20 minutes away from my house, I'd still go see him because, I mean, it's Ace. But yeah, so the actual songs, Fighting for Life and Blinded are okay. Those almost, this will sound crazy, but they almost remind me of like mid 90s Megadeth songs for some reason. I don't know. I actually might say Up in the Sky is the most fun song on here. It has a good like late 70s FM radio sound to it. Ace's voice actually sounds pretty decent there. Like I don't know, it's like on that song, it's like he's suddenly 28 again, when on the other songs, he's 73. So, I mean, that song's a pretty charming 70s power pop rock kind of thing. Um, Cherry Medicine's bad. Walking on the Moon is not my thing. Back into My Arms Again. That's the worst. That's a terrible ballad. Constantly Cute's another stinker. Huge turd. Uh, Stratosphere, that song at the end of the record's pretty good. It's an instrumental. Doesn't really fit in with the rest of the of the album. It kind of sounds like the interlude on a fucking Queensryche record, but yeah, sounds good to me. And I mean, Ace is in good shape if that's actually him playing. See, I'm going to give this album a 2 out of 5, maybe a low 2.5 out of 5. I know that's a low score, but yeah, there's just some real turds on here that bring down the record. What are your thoughts? Did you love it? Hate it? Share your thoughts below and subscribe. And I will be reviewing the new Mick Mars album because fuck it, people love watching Motley Crue shit. So subscribe.